Well, hi, Internet. Welcome to Professor Paisley's School of Digitakt. We will be discussing the Digitakt as I try to create some music for a racing team. I met some folks here in Seattle that are super cool, and they own a race car, and I offered to write them some tracks. So I'm going to try to make some Windows 98 arcade racing game inspired music. So let's see how that goes. So I've got my Digitakt set up here. It's a drum machine slash sampling computer. Basically, it allows you to take 8 samples, put them on the triggers here, and then you can just like assign rhythms and stuff to it, and then it gets way more in depth because you can take those samples and then modulate them and change them and do all sorts of really wacky, crazy things. And then on the side, we've got the System 1. Just a little synth, just add a little color, because right now my thought is I'm going to work on the kind of the rhythm section for this tune, and that's all going to start with the Windows 98 sound effects that I've loaded up into the Digitakt already. So we probably won't be playing too much piano, but maybe, I don't know, we'll see. But at the tone, class has officially began. Funny story about this ringing tone, this like xylophone noise. When I was in high school, I was a band nerd, and I'll never forget when we found out that we always, like, in between classes, the bell wasn't like a normal bell because I went to a normal high school. Usually it's just like a pre-recorded tone they play over the PA, something like, and then everybody would go to class. But we found out that tone was an F, and I remember we would have a substitute in band, and I would strike the F 5 times really hard, really loud, and substitute let all of us band nerds out like 30 minutes early. It was great. I'll never forget that. So every time I hear an F xylophone ringing out, I always think of bending the rules, man. All right. Anyway. Okay. Let's dick around with the sound effects. Like I said, we're just starting on a new pattern on a new bank on the Digitakt. So basically, when you hit bank down here, it gives you the option to kind of go into a folder, basically, and then in that folder you have a bunch of different patterns you can choose. So these are just all the defaults in here, but bank, open the folder, open the pattern, and we're just starting from default. My defaults might sound different from your defaults. That's totally fine. I just changed some stuff on the project. So anyway, I don't know how well you can see the screen, and I'm sorry, I just shoot off a webcam. I'm not a real fancy boy with this whole setup. So basically what's going on here is, like I said, you can choose 8 different instruments or 8 different samples to play on this first row. And so what I've already done, I used, there's a software called Electron Transfer, which is electrons, is it Electron Transfer? I think that's what it's called. Transfer, atom transfer. Yeah, Electron Transfer. Just checked it on the desktop. So what that software allows you to do is you just plug this thing into your USB port, and it works just like a USB drive. The software just, it doesn't, you can't use it through Windows Explorer, but concept's exactly the same. So you just get your samples. Okay, so anyway, to kick things off, we're choosing our first sample, first bank, and then I use this wheel, and again, you probably can't read the text on here, but hopefully you can see that I'm just scrolling, and finally we end up in the Windows 98 sound effects. So hopefully some of these will start to sound familiar. That one won't, because that's not a Windows 98 sound effect. But here we go. Yeah, I vaguely remember the wind blow when an error would come up, like I couldn't find something. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just going through the list and assigning, or at least listening to the samples, because later, once we have them assigned into a slot, we can then look at the kind of wave. Ooh, that'll be a good one. So we'll just, here. This is all just, ooh, I remember that noise. Windows 98 sound effects. That's the one we all know. That's definitely going to be the intro for this song. And we're going to save this one as our last instrument because we're going to chop and screw that whole pad for sure. Like that's definitely going to be a thing. So let's try to find. Yeah, I don't know about that wind. Ooh. Okay, that's definitely going to be our hi-hat. Definitely again the hat. Okay, so what I'm doing is, again, I'm just trying to get all the reasonable sounding Windows effects into that row. Oh, that's great. That's so weird. That it's like the sound effects right from the get-go already are kind of what's the word I'm looking for, like a hi-hat. That's kind of more of a snare noise to me, or at least will become one. Okay, we're getting there. It's filling in. These are starting to. Do we want that whole thing? Okay, and then the last one's gonna be the startup, because oh, that just tickles my fancy. Because we could definitely mess around with it. And I was thinking, tune it up. Oh, that vapor. You can smell the vapor already. I need a bust of Michelangelo and some pink backgrounds. Okay, wait. These are all different. Oh, wait. We got two of the same. Hold on. Okay. We'll leave it as the recycle bin. And now we've got our instruments lined up. I need a pattern. I'm going to be real lazy, and I'm just going to go into one of the default. This is just, I was thinking, yeah, we could just listen to some of these presets, the default tracks. It's not bad. Some of them are pretty cool. I think I messed a lot of them up already. So they probably don't sound like they do out of the box. Ooh. See, this is what I was hoping for. Kind of like a weird avant-garde kind of thing. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy pattern. And then we're going to go back to our bank. And then we're going to paste our pattern. Oh. Did it take all the instruments with it? Oh, it copied everything. That's fine. Shucks. Ah! Ah! I hit the microphone and the camera. I'm so sorry. Whoop. Let me try to fix that. Okay. All right. I'm only a professor. I'm not a doctor. Not even. Not a nothing. Not a nobody. All right, here we go. So now we got our pattern in there. Let's go ahead and slap our Windows sound effects back in there because I'm a big dumb. Oh shit! But then it's gonna also apply all the filter sets that last thing had. Shucky darns! All I wanted was the rhythm. I don't want all the other stuff. Okay. So let's do copy pattern. I thought there was another option. Save pattern? Is that what I want to do? No. I want... how did I do this last time? I've definitely done this before. If you came here to learn something, sometimes you gotta do it a few times. Remember. Okay. And now we've copied the pattern. And we shall paste the pattern. But yeah, it copies everything, which is good. That's a nice thing to be able to do. But if those don't sound too crazy, maybe we can get away with it. Let's change the source to the Windows patterns. That's our snare. And then we got what's an equivalent Windows noise to the clap. Now we need another simple noise from the Windows 98. There you go. Oh, we're already using that one. All right. And our big fancy Windows snare drum. All right. Okay. So that's one way of doing this, where you can kind of try to rip the patterns from the other sources on the machine. But in this case, it didn't go so well. And that's fine. That's part of the fun. So in this case, you got to hit the camera and the microphone. So I got a really weird rig, because sometimes that's just how it gets set up. Let's see here. Whoop. Yep. There we go. I got the camera arm kind of sticking out, so I'm gonna bump it a whole bunch of times. I know that. Sorry. Anyway, let's go back to the beginning. Clear that shit. Okay, so now everything's in there, but it's gonna have a whole bunch of settings I may or may not want. Okay, part of the fun is just getting all the instruments set up. Can't overthink it. We need short and sweet. There's our silly cymbal noises, which we'll just use the pop-up. And then for the last two, I'm gonna use that noise and then the Windows startup noise. Okay. Oh, weird. Started. Oh man, didn't that shit bring you back? Anyway, so let's record some rhythms. Actually, before we do that, let's turn these into tones. So that is going to need to become a bass drum. And to do that, lower it, and we gotta shorten it, and take out the start time. There you go. Bass drum. I know this stuff is going to be permanent. You know. Actually, that might work better as a bass. Ooh, actually, what if that could be our snare? Okay. And then kind of like that. And then tuned up, and then it's pretty cool because you could put it in chromatic mode. And play the samples as a freaking piano, you know? So that's pretty sick. Okay, that could be digging it. That's a good little patch right there. That could be our bass line. So we got a snare and we got a bass. We still need like a bass drum. Alright, we gotta turn this one. I don't know if that swishy noise is gonna turn into a good bass drum. The end of that recycling noise. That's what it used to sound like when you'd empty your recycle bin. So what's kind of neat is I thought there's a way to look at the actual there. Oh no, it's recording. I don't want it to record. Stop. Function no. Okay. Well. So that's our bass. That's our snare. This could be the bass drum, but what I want to do is we gotta change that start time. Sounds wet. Yes, because there was a bump. There it is. Tune it down, maybe? Get a little fifth. Whoa. It's like a little reverse in there. This is a way more complex noise when you listen to it like piece by piece. It like almost clips. Okay, I'm digging it. Okay. So now we make something, another percussive noise. The drum machine suggests a clap. I'm thinking that. Okay. And now we need the equivalent of what the drum machine would suggest as a cowbell. And now we need a cymbal, which obviously we're going to use these noises. 72, number 72. Here we go. Okay. We are cooking. And then the last. Okay. Okie dokie. And just for shits and giggles, now we're gonna start thinking about rhythms. And the way I usually do this is I just start super duper basic. So right now we want to make at least, I'm gonna go for a 64 beat pattern, so 4 bars. And okay. And we're just going to do 4 on the floor to start off with. We're going to build these tones as we go. Trying to shape this into a bass drum. Getting weird. Okay. Again, we're just shaping it. So we're taking these samples from Windows 98 and freaking around with it. Which doesn't mean I actually have to make the drums from the sound effects of Windows. I'm just having fun seeing, just shaping noises. Alright, let's get there. Gotta keep digging around with it. Oh yeah, we can shorten that up, kill the length on it, so the sample's not as long. Or you can change where the start of the pattern is. We're going to shave a little bit off of the front and the back, make it a little more staccato. And just do the old classic paint the track. Okay. Windows 98 drum machine. Alright. Now that I've got our goofy drums sampled from Windows 98. Might be a little overkill. I start taking the front off. So we took the front of the startup sound off and shortened the length of it. Yo, this is... Yeah, that's the Windows 98 startup sound. That's a fucking sick patch. Ooh, okay, now I'm getting a whole new idea. Maybe I should take the... We're not going to build the drums from Windows. We're going to use already pre-existing drums. But definitely going to take the startup and closing noises, all those like longer tones, and use those as instruments. Some reverb and octave that shit down. Oh, vaporwave, here we come! Ah, sorry, I keep hitting the mic again. The mic and the camera. Shitty setup. Okay, this, I think we're into a whole new avenue of tricks. Okay, this is gonna be not a pain in the ass. It's gonna be fine. But, I'm thinking, what beats do I got that I already made. Not that one. Sure. Sure, man. Okay. 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 Start me up, Windows! Alright. Dude, let's snap the start time. Okay. So what we did there is we changed where when I hit the button it's gonna play at, and then I also it's kind of yeah, you want a little tail on the end of it. Don't want to kill the link too much, and then we the one thing about my setup right now that kind of sucks is I don't have a real mixer. Believe it or not, hold on, let me fix my microphone here. Oh God, oh Jesus, I'm not grounded well. Ah! The drum machine's actually just going into the piano that all this stuff is sitting on, so it's just using a through. There's no mixer, which sucks because when I initiate my effects on my little 505 looper over here, everything gets effects, which is cool and not cool at the same time. Like in these situations when I just want to put effects on and not the drum machine, which means we gotta put some reverb on it. In pre on the actual unit here. So what I did, function, reverb button over here, brings me to the reverb settings. And the best thing to do is just turn knobs until you like what it sounds like. Yeah, we definitely need that that choose your car vibe. I'm looking at that whip right now. Choose your car. Oh yeah. Okay. So, we definitely know we like that noise. And let me just see. There's not really a whole lot going on. Got a lot of space on this track. Feeling like we're gonna use that one. Dun, 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 dun. Oh shit. Oh, this is the same note? No. I wonder what key Windows is in. Did they make decisions like that? Like, there's got to be an orchestrator that's like, yep, Windows is an E minor. All the sound effects have to be in E minor. Man, every time I touch this mic, it fucking zaps. I need to get nicer cables. Okay. So this noise, let's change the start. I'm just gonna keep hitting it and changing the start pattern or start value. So that means it's starting sooner in the wave file. And sometimes it's a lot easier when you can see the wave, like the actual wave of it, which I think you can do on this device. I know I can do that if I recorded it, if I import it, but I just used old drag and drop from the PC. I don't really know what I'm looking for. I'm just like seeing what it sounds like if it's shorter. Ooh. Yes. Uh-huh. So then if you snap the end of it off. Nah, I guess you want the tail. Yeah. Okay. Oh shit, yeah, we got that Mortal Kombat, dude. Yeah. Alright, okay, that makes me so happy that I can like pull a patch out of a sample from the old OS and it like it just still, that's just how nostalgic these tones are, that you can shape them into something else and it still has that same you know, I don't even know what the word is, like nostalgia, or you know, I guess the kids would say vibe. So yeah, that's cool. I gotta think of like a okay, I'm just trying to think. Okay, there we go. Oops, fucked that up already. Oh wait, why is it lower now? No, don't do that. I thought I recorded. Okay, there we go. Okay. I know it's probably I'm moving pretty fast. I'm not really explaining what I'm doing too well. Sorry. Not a very good professor or teacher, but I am having fun, and if you're not, then you should just have fun. Start having fun, god damn it. Okay, anyway, so this instrument now, what we want to do is record in we don't want to record that. Okay. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. Hell yeah. Choose your car. I'm going to choose the Windows 98 machine. Get over here. We're getting there. And the best part is we're doing it all with old Windows 98 sound effects. Oh my god! Sorry, I'm gonna keep hitting the microphone and the camera. I'm gonna make it wiggle. It's just because I got this arm that like shoots out and then goes up almost in my lap, but not quite. So, me bad. Big crush that shit. Yeah, that's cool. I wish I had a few more keys on this thing. I can technically plug it into my keyboard down here, but I don't really want to fiddle with MIDI controls. I'm not sure. Nope. Okay, select the instrument. Initiate the keyboard. Yes. Couple double whacks, but it's alright. Yeah. Hell yeah, get that initial D. Oh yeah, it's coming. Alright, now it's time. Now we got our drum machine going. We got our Windows 98 samples flowing. And it's time to get in the System 1. In the System 1. In the System 1. In the System 1. Alright, I just need like that like beepy, the beepy lead. There we go. Choose your car. Alright, I'm digging the vibe. I like it. It's giving me Gran Turismo 2 vibe. Good old school. But I will admit, alright, now I'm just looking for a lead. Or a bass. Get that lead or a bass. Racing in a car! All right, yeah. So the Windows 98, the tail end of that. There's a good grumble. I want the grumble. Give me the grumble. There we go. I'm gonna get the grumble. Give me that Windows grumble. All right. That's so trashy. The Windows startup. Oh, what's up, Avery? Thanks for stopping by. I'm creating Windows 98 startup remix jams on my old Rhythm computer here. Those don't blend together too well. Yeah, I had a friend that's got a race car and they want some tracks for their socials. And I was like, okay, I'll spin some shit up. So I'm trying to get inspired, looking at the picture of their car, and I'm trying to think of like I'm thinking like racing games. Like this would be the choose your car screen. Or maybe you're like selecting a track right now. But it is. I've never seen it. I don't know anything about cars, to be completely honest. But when I saw the logos and what they painted on it, I was like, yup, I'm gonna do that. Sold. So right now, I'll kill it and I'll kind of explain to you what I did. Basically, this is the classic startup from Windows 98, and all I did is just started like kind of shifting where that tone starts and where it ends. And same thing with a few of these other effects. Yeah, I wanted to get the grumble. Unsupported files? So yeah, not really. The Digitakt is fucking sick as far as the firmware goes. You get the 404. Oh yeah, dude, 404. Okay, so yeah, Roland are fucking sticklers when it comes to file types and I think even the Arturia gear for the longest time had like its proprietary USB shit and all this stuff on it. And don't get me wrong, I fucking love Roland. I'm through and through. I mean, you can see I got System 8 on the screen, but yeah, that might be true as far as like that device being used as a sampler. So keep in mind that it's a sampler. So it's not necessarily that you're going to drag and drop files to it, is that you got to record the audio to it. So you'd probably be better off, connecting your PC if you have like an audio interface or something, and then just just treat it as an independent thing, not necessarily something you're going to drag and drop to. Because if you record it to the device, it's going to capture in its correct audio, in the correct configurations and file types and all that stuff. Because like the drag and drop stuff gets kind of, I don't know what the best, like you could conceivably do it, but the way Roland kind of balls up their software, it's hard to do. Even with this Digitakt device, I have to use their software to do it. I can't just plug it into the computer and it pops up as an external hard drive and I just drag stuff from Windows. I got to use the actual Electron software to do that. So Roland might have something similar. I've been real interested in the 404. Those things are fucking sick. I actually just to flash it, I have across this way over there a 505. So that's what I'm going to start using to do some like loopy loops and stuff here in a little bit. But right now I'm just fucking around with the Digitakt and just trying to kind of get like my rhythm section kind of set up. It makes sense. I've been sitting there for minutes waiting for the sample to load. Yeah, like I said, it's, I've used like MPCs and like older hardware, so I'm kind of like old school. Like a lot of the stuff that I've learned how to do all this on was like back in the early 2000s, where there was no drag and drop. It was like before all this stuff had like USB and stuff on it. So it's like I'm used to like thinking about signal path in terms of recording the audio and not necessarily the files, if that makes sense. And definitely with those 404s, it's like the little rectangle Roland box, I'm assuming, with like the little circle in the middle. But yeah, you definitely, I would just record the audio to it if you're having trouble. And then you can basically do the same stuff that I'm doing here. It's basically you get your sample in, you assign it to, one of your instrument lines, and, I don't know how well you can see it. I'll just get a shitty webcam. I'm not a real fancy stream boy. But yeah, you can just, menu dive and set everything up. So that's kind of what I'm doing, is I just got like this really super basic pattern going. And I'm just kind of trying to I was originally trying to make drums out of the Windows 98 sound effects, but that's a little too archaic and esoteric for people who are going to probably watch, this. If they're going to hear this song, they're going to hear it on a recording for this racing team. So I gotta. Nobody gives a fuck where the snare drum came for something like that. So I'm overthinking it. But I'm just having fun tonight. So. Oh, nice. Oh, Ableton. Yes. That shit changed my life too. Many moons ago. There was a program still exists called Reason. That's kind of like lets you just open up synthesizers and gives you a rack. And I learned a lot of the stuff on Reason, but man, Ableton is so sick. I love Ableton so much. I use it quite a bit too. I also have Reaper. That's another one I like a lot. Anyway, back to my thingy here. Let me think. I'm trying to find a bass I like that, but it's got all that sparkle shit. So I might be able to filter it out of there. That's just okay. Nope, we need a low. There we go. Haha! So right there, to get rid of all that sparkly stuff, I use a high pass filter. So you can hear the difference. High pass filter. High pass filters get rid of all the high frequency things and can take basically anything and make it sound like a bass. Because you're just suppressing high frequencies. And you can then adjust. I don't know how well you can see the screen, but basically it gives you a shape, and that shape is kind of how it's, you know, cutting out that audio track. How many effects does this thing come with? It comes with like the standard, you know, it's got like the equalizer, delay, reverb. So yeah, it's all right. So this machine is more of a drum machine that you can put your own samples in. I actually used to have the Arturia Drum Brute, like the big old clonking analog drum machine, and I really loved it, but I didn't like that I couldn't add my own samples to it. So this is basically that same thing, just with a little bit more bells and whistles. There's actually a tracker built into this thing too, which you're probably way too young to know what a tracker is, but trackers are like before MIDI files and stuff. This was like how they wrote music back in like the 80s. 80s and early 90s house music was all written in trackers. But basically what it is, it's kind of like Ableton, how it lets you record like little phrases and then it lets you spit through there. They actually just added that in a firmware update probably about 6 months ago in this thing, and that's fucking sick because I can write entire songs and perform just on this machine now, which I have done and I absolutely love it. But like I said, right now I'm just dicking around trying to find between these two synths. Nice, hell yeah. Fuck yeah, that's what's up. Get the old school, the old heads, you know. Got your dad's old shit. Yeah, that's what's up, dude. That's same way I grew up. My dad had like, God, no kid. I'm not even exaggerating. Probably 1,500 vinyl albums in the basement, and I just sat and listened to music all day, every day. And yeah, so it's just always been a hobby. It's always been a passion. So yeah, my dad's always been an inspiration for that music stuff too. I like that tone. I like that patch. But the trouble is I also like. These are gonna override each other. I don't know how I'm gonna overcome that. I need to do something to it. Maybe not. They kind of sound like a chord almost. So maybe I can get away with this. That's the same startup tone, just with different start lengths and different. Well, I should say different start position and a different length of the actual thing. So it's kind of fun. So now, oh shit, that actually does count. It almost works as a bass line. Sub bass. Maybe not. It's It's just not there. I don't know. I don't know what I'm missing. I need a bass, like something with actual funk. And I think that's where the System 8's gonna come in. So I'm using my little cheater synth here on the computer, and I'm trying to find a bass, something with a thump, like an actual electric bass, like a doom 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 doom. Alright, when in doubt. Oh shit, there it is. Let's say when in doubt, just start rolling through the patches and eventually you'll land on one. It's so close. I gotta adjust it. I want to give it more bite. So I got my little LPD8 here that I use to turn knobs on my software synth. So this has nothing to do with the Digitakt. I'm cheating. I just need that right bass tone, you know? It's just... It's driving me nuts. I like that rhythm I got going. I cannot stop until I find the right bass. Bit lower though. Tyrell for your bass line. Oh. You always use Tyrell for your bass line and you're too cheap to buy expensive plug-in synths. I'm the exact opposite, where it's like I was a band geek, so and then I've got like a picture of all the scales and stuff here in front of me, and I'm actually more of a drummer than I am a piano player. So in my mind, like I'd rather just buy the expensive synth and then just go backwards from there. But I can completely understand just buying the rhythms and buying the phrases and stuff. Like, yeah, I see those like kits and stuff all the time online. Very tempting. I could, it makes sense, but learning the music theory and then actually learning the scales is I don't know, to me that's just as fun as turning knobs and everything else. So. But I'm not a professional musician or anything like that. This is not my day job. I'm just having fun. Okay. All right. Ideas are brewing. Inspiration has struck. All right, we got to get rid of this rhythmic shit. It's just got to be simple. I might have to start using the 505 on this and take this off the Digitakt because I don't have a mixer, at least at the moment. Okay, so let's do some weird shit. Clearing the old 505. Sorry, the camera angle's not. I know it says School of Digitakt, but I've been dicking around on the Digitakt for I don't know, however long the stream's been going. I want to stretch my legs, man. All right, so I'm gonna start cheating a little bit and using my looper. So what I'm doing is the looper's driving the Digitakt, and so I need to basically, if I can't record any licks into the looper with the Digitakt playing, because then it's gonna double my drum patterns, and that's hella annoying. So to overcome that, we're just gonna record them. So bear with me here. Okay. Okay, so now the drum lick is coming off the looper, and I should be able to record this into the looper as well. All right. Reverb! Sorry. Sometimes I can't hold that shit back. Okay. That's hard because now I got two clocks going between the looper and everything else. I really should just keep it all in the Digitakt. I knew I was gonna get in over my head. All right, we're going back to the beginning. We need a cool kick drum. Okay. Okay. Level 1. Begin. 2s and 4s, baby. I'm going to switch. These two hi-hat patterns. And oh shit. There we go. Man, I really want to add more effects on this shit. Aha! Vapor wavy! Okay. 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 Let me delete that shit that I recorded. And choose your car. Toyota, Highlander, Prius, Chrysler. You know what? Chrysler has been severely underrated and underrepresented in racing games. I would love to race a Chrysler minivan and Gran Turismo. You know what I'm saying? Woo! All right. Coming together. I'm feeling it now. Oh, what the frick, though? Oh shit, there's a bunch of crap recorded in there. We gotta clean it up. Clean it all up. I know there's a clear all function, but every time I use it, I accidentally clear all my instruments. I'm just not very cognizant of when that's being used. So if anybody's watching this, they know how to use this machine, you're thinking I'm a dum-dum, that's why. Alright, we're getting Windowsy. That last phrase didn't come through so good. What the fuck note is that? Okay. Choose your car. It's not a bad start. Considering everything is just from Windows 98 samples and it's all in a groove box. I think this is coming along. Oh, there's our pad. Oh, that's gonna be awesome. The sound of do I want the wind blow noise? Why does it sound so like resonating? We need a pad. Oh, ask and you shall receive! Okay. And then the Lord said, press play. Wait a minute. This is supposed to be a pad. There we go. This is a weird droning noise. I love it. Make it happen! It's so stupid, I love it. Windows 98 sound effects. So easy. Make some vaporwave. I know it's not like all tripped out and everything yet, but I'm just making a scaffolding of a sound. Oh, some Galaga type music. I appreciate that. I'm trying to get the arcade music, you know, arcade racer simulation, you know, making selections of what kind of tire pressure you're going to use when you drive your car around the track. I know it's hyper repetitive, but I am writing this literally on a drum machine, so sorry if it gets a little monotonous, but I'm having fun, so I hope you are too. I'm learning something along the way. But now we gotta figure out what we're gonna do. Oh, there there it is, yes. Okay. Every good techno beat needs the offbeat cymbal. Get corny! Wait, what is that? There we go. Had it on the E and not the and. Ah, thanks. Really appreciate it. I do a little fucking around on YouTube and Twitch. So catch me anytime. I do a lot of music production type stuff. Not only just making music, but how to like build studios and just like different hardware things. And like I said, just a little dabble of everything. So thanks for stopping by, man. I really appreciate it. I'm just kind of messing around with the frequency settings right now for a few of these leads. At least that did it. Trying to want a little more tight, want a little more staccato. There we go. So I am using frequency filters to do that. I don't know the exact one to use in this situation. So that's why I just turn knobs until it feels right. Alright, well I'm kind of feeling good about this project so far. This is all just Windows 98 sound effects. I'm gonna save this project. Should probably name it. All right, I'm digging where it's going. Well, I guess no. Right there. Cool. Well, I think I too am going to roll out. If anybody joins and checks out the VOD later on, I'm glad you clicked through it. This was creating Windows 98 jams on a Digitakt. So again, shout out to Avery Gifford for dropping in. Shooting some comments out. And I hope everybody else in the whole world has a fantastic evening. Night night.